Hey guys, Chelsea from Attention to Details, and we are back part 2 working on this VW Jetta, and now we are working on the interior. We are going to be using the Leno's garage lineup. As soon as I opened up the doors, I knew we couldn't just walk away just doing a basic wipe down and vacuum like the customer requested, so we took it up a notch. We're going to be testing out the new Leno's garage lineup for their interior products. We're going to see what kind of results we can get. So let's take a closer look. We are all set up with our detailing cart. Quick tip for those of you that want to take your interior game to the next level. We have a drill along with various drill brushes to be able to agitate the carpets as we clean to get deep cleaning results. We also are going to utilize detailing brushes. These are the work stuff detailing brushes. I use those while I vacuum. I'm using my rigid 5.0 peak horsepower 4-gallon. This is portable, compact, great for mobile detailers, but also for those that don't want to take up space in their shop with a large bulky vacuum. Nice wheels and storage compartment. And then we also are going to be using stiff brush here. I will put a link for it down below. When you've got impossible carpet, this is a great way to get in some of your tighter spaces and get all of those nooks and crannies. But even if you want to work a little bit faster, we have the McKee's 37 mini car dryer. This is a variable speed, warm, heated, filtered air. You can see we've got our filter on the bottom. Absolutely love this. Come in. And you can see I have all my seats pushed up, and I'm actually going to start in the back and blow everything forward. This is going to kind of help me do a faster vacuuming process. And also if we have those nooks and crannies, vents, even the seat trails, tracks, etc., it's going to allow me to get deeper cleaning results faster. So just wanted to share some quick tips for those of you that want to take your interior game to the next level. So let's go ahead and get started with the fun. So we're not going to spend a lot of time focusing on this step, but this is important for any of your chemicals. You want to do a really thorough pre-vacuum. Carpets, seats, even your plastics. You can see I'm doing a quick pre-vacuum, then I'm using my various brushes, drill attachments, the car dryer to knock loose any of the deeper embedded dirt. So that way when I clean, I don't have to work as hard. I've knocked up all of the loose stuff first. First, we're going to use the all-purpose cleaner, test that out on our mats. I did go over them twice just because the grooves in these mats were tricky with the drill brush, but it gave us really nice deep cleaning results. Got rid of all the browning. They had a nice clean black look once they were all done. So very impressed with what the all-purpose cleaner could do. This is one product that has a multitude of uses. We are first up using Leno's Garage, the Fabric Clean. Now first and foremost, we did a thorough vacuum of our interior, and we also have a drill brush with a white head attached to our drill. We're going to come in here and we're going to spray this heavily on our seats. You can see they're pretty bad. When I can scratch some of the filth off with my fingernail, you know it's time for a good cleaning. We're going to go heavy with this because cleaner is your friend, especially when you got dirty seats like this. It's not a super high foaming, but I can already see the seats look a lot better just from spraying and agitating. Some of you might think, we'll just blot it and leave it a day. But when you've got heavy soiling like this, you want to extract, because what's going to happen is you're going to have wicking. You're going to have resoiling kind of as the water dries. It's going to lift whatever deeper dirt that is in the fabric. It's going to rise to the top, and then it's going to kind of resoil itself, and you're going to see all that soiling reback. You can do a trick kind of like an acid treatment afterwards, but an extraction is going to be the best way to go ahead and prevent any sort of wicking and give us the best consistent clean finish. So I have my AquaPro Vac here with hot water in it. So we might do a second follow-up treatment. This was the biggest question that I had as far as product out of the lineup. But I'll be honest, these seats were pretty bad. That looks a lot better right there. A lot of times you can tell how clean it's gonna be after your agitation. I didn't notice it was a very high foaming solution. It kind of rinses very quickly. Gonna grab a microfiber. I'm just gonna get some overspray. Now, pro tip, always start in the front and work your way back, because you're gonna get overspray on the back seat, so you wanna make sure you don't kind of have to work twice. So start in the front, work your way back. You can mop up with a microfiber afterward. That's gonna help accelerate the dry time, and we're also gonna use a dry pod blower once we're all done extracting to help accelerate dry time as well, so that way the customer isn't drying home with a wet butt. But you can see on our microfiber, I'm not picking up a whole lot of heavy soiling on the towel, which would be indicative that there's still dirt there. Looks a lot better. So we're gonna keep moving around the vehicle. That one especially, I think, is going to be a good test as well. The back isn't too terribly bad. It's mainly these front two seats. But you can see where the soiling is so bad that when the driver actually spilled water, it kind of pushed the dirt further. So we have like a clean ripple. So we need to do a good, consistent clean, deep clean. So let's go ahead. We'll do this seat next.
So the purpose of me using a product like this on a more extreme scenario is to show its breaking point. I would say that a product like this is more specifically geared towards maintaining your vehicle versus doing a restorative or deeper cleaning. Although you can see it does a great job of doing a deeper restorative cleaning, I had to use a lot more product and spend a little bit more time than I would typically use for more professional geared products. Where I would say a product like this is going to really shine through is, let's say you're a mom or dad and you're just wanting to do light touch-ups, maintain your vehicle, your kid spilled something, or maybe there's just some light soils. It's going to do a great job at getting the stain up quickly and not leaving behind a lot of residue, which that residue sometimes, if you use too much product, is going to actually accelerate resoiling in the future. And so I think a product like this is going to shine in that moment to help prevent resoiling. A lot of the retail products that you're going to find are going to be more high foaming. They're going to leave a lot of residue behind. And you can see from our water that we pulled up, there's not a lot of residue or foam, but we were able to do a lot of deep cleaning and pull some nasty stuff out of these seats.
All right, we are all done with extracting our carpets and seats. I ended up doing both, and I was able to very quickly work my way around this vehicle. For as heavily soiled as the seats were, it took me about a half an hour to extract everything, and that's because I wasn't having to chase a lot of residue. I did like the fact that it rinsed very quickly out of the seats. It wasn't a very heavy or high foaming solution. There were a couple times that I had to go over the stains several times with the product and agitate, but that's kind of standard when you've got more heavy soiling. But you could see from the dirty water that we flushed out, there was a lot of soiling in these seats that the solution was able to pull up. Where we had more of our heavy soils in our front seats, it's still drying out. But as everything dries, I'm seeing a nice, clean, consistent finish. We're not having any sort of wicking. We're not having any sort of heavy stains left behind. I don't know if this is the type of cleaner that's going to go after like greasy stains, like more organic, staining. But if you have just kind of your regular body oils, spills, etc. in your vehicle, looking to keep it looking top notch, want to do just a nice maintenance and refresh on it, I think this did a great job. The customer's going to be really happy with that turnaround, especially considering what the condition of the seats were before. So very fast, very effective. Happy with the end result. We're going to keep moving now on the rest of our interior.
So up next, we're going to use the Jay Leno's Garage Glass Cleaner. This was actually a really good glass cleaner. It did a really nice job of going after the film, streaks, and residue that had built up on the glass. Even when I used it on hot glass for the back window, it did a really nice job of quickly cutting through all that film. I use a 2-towel method, one to scrub with and a second dry one to follow up to give me streak-free results. It did a really nice job. Next up, we're going to use a combination of the all-purpose cleaner on some of our dirtier areas like our cup holder, steering wheel, anything that was stuck on our plastics. That did a nice job of quickly cutting through all that grime. And then the rest of the area, we used our interior detailer. It did a nice job of cleaning and dressing, as well as applying a UV protectant down so that way we don't have any sort of fading from the sun. It left behind a nice matte finish, non-greasy. It's not going to accelerate resoiling or dust being on your plastics. Interior looked fantastic.
We are all done with our interior. We put our mats in. Seats are still drying. I wouldn't say we got 100% of the soiling out, but we did make a dent. We made a big improvement. We cleaned all of our plastics with the interior detail. Some of the more stubborn ones, we used the APC. I didn't have to follow up with a dressing. I really like that. It just did a quick touch up. And honestly, the customer, what he had wanted on the interior was basically a quick vacuum and a wipe down. And so I think we were able to give him that and more with these products. As far as the seats, again, you can see they're still drying. We do have some more stubborn stains that remain. But ultimately, I'm not too worried about that in this moment, just because one, the customer was only paying for a basic interior, and two, this was me testing these products, really pushing them to their limits. For those of you that you maintain your vehicles on a regular basis, these products will be more than sufficient to be able to get the job done. But for someone who is a professional detailer, again, I'm not going to say that I wouldn't recommend these products. If you're in a pinch and you need something that is available on a retail level, you can see the quality of work that they were able to accomplish with some very basic tools and equipment. I think that hopefully this gives you a better gauge of these products and their capabilities and what they can look like when they are used properly. So what do you think in the comment section down below? Have you tried them out? What has your experience been? We do need to do a paint enhancement. We've got our tires dressed with the ceramic tire dressing, except for this one right here. We're going to go ahead and do that one in a minute. But all in all, from head to toe, we've been able to do a very heavy deep cleaning on this Jetta. It definitely needed it, and I think the customer is going to be really happy with the end results. So thank you to the guys over at Car Supplies Warehouse for sending me this lineup to test out and demonstrate for you guys. I'm very impressed with the Jay Leno's Garage lineup. I didn't expect them to perform quite like this. They are definitely exceeding my expectations. I think there are a few stars that have kind of risen to the top for me. The glass cleaner, the interior detail, especially the wheel cleaner, the vehicle wash. Really, there wasn't a single product that didn't perform, that didn't do the job that I needed it to do. And I was able to give my customer, I think, results that he's going to be really happy with. So we've gotten a lot done in a very quick period of time, but we still have some work to do on the exterior for this. But for the interior, we're all done. Exterior, we're prepped and ready to go to our next step, thanks to the Jay Leno's Garage lineup. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions about products, tools, demonstrations, anything like that, let me know in the comment section down below. But we'll see you guys in the very next detail. Have a great day.